some API documentation, which means that bot developers are given some guidance as to how to interact with Tetrio, but that can change at a moment's notice, update to update. So the bot developers then have to fix their bots for the updates, and it's just very complicated. And yet still we have quite a lot of very good Tetrio bots. So I'm very impressed with the bot developers for making that work. Yeah. So there's going to be a warm up and a first to 5, similar to Knife Bracket. Yeah, as you say, Luke, yeah, they change everything and then the code breaks. But they do warn that will happen. They say there is no stable API, so no warranty, as it were. Big disclaimer, like if you want to make a bot, just expect things to go wrong. But yeah, the bot developers make it work somehow anyway. All right, so here's the warm up.
Ooh, 4 wide setup. 4 wide is very, very popular nowadays for the combo system that Tetrio has.
Yeah, 4 wide is not very strong. Except as I said before, it does mean that your opponent gets sent a lot of messy garbage, which is hard for them to deal with. The other benefit, and then of course the other benefit is if you can finish it with a quad. So if your opponent sends you some nice clean garbage at some point, then you can do your 4 wide and then finish with like a 15 combo quad, and that's gonna top your opponent out most likely. Like that is very strong, so it can work.
Yeah. There's a term for it, right? Being wombotized, if I'm...
Correct. So Wombo was infamous for forwarding the heck out of anyone and everyone in PPT. It's actually not broken in PPT anymore because arguably not broken anymore because people found a counter to it. Mountainous Stacking 2 in particular. There is another one as well. But people found ways of playing that survive against 4 wide in PPT. But yeah, before that was discovered, there was no real counter to it. Before that was discovered to counter it, there was no real counter to 4 wide, and yeah, it's become known as tizing someone because Wombo did it so often.
Yeah.
Okay, Polter unlocks the quad well, downstacks that on a combo. As you can see, that sent a lot of damage across to Kifty, and Kifty does get topped out. Kifty building a clean view.
Yep, 9-0.
And Polter going for the
Clean.
4 wide again. The other thing about 4 wide, of course, is actually getting the combo. So it does still take some skill to actually get the full combo off. And as you can see, Polter's struggling to do that so far.
Yeah.
Polter going for the T-spin there? No, okay. I guess they are a bit high.
Ooh, and Kifty gets the second point of the match.
Polter going for 4 wide again. I don't know if we'll see. Let's see if Polter manages to get the full combo off or not. That is not what it's meant to look like. I don't actually know how to do 4 wide, but that is definitely not what it's meant to look like.
Yep.
And so they are into mid game. Both in pretty similar positions. Neither's got anything to send to the other person, really. Both have some messy garbage to get down, but not loads. So it looks like it could be quite a long game so far, unless if someone can build some pressure out of this. Bolter has a T-spin opportunity. Yes, builds the
And
overhang with the J.
no problem.
So they are
That's going to be
down. Kifty builds a quad. As you can say, downside of building quads is that you have to build up quite high to do them, because of course you've got to build up
yep.
4 lines of stack, whereas for a T-spin double you only need 2, as the word double suggests. Well, you also need the overhang, but fundamentally you only need 2. It's much more efficient, and if you can do it cleanly enough, a bit less dangerous for your stack, because you don't have to build quite as high. But Kifty's down to the bottom of her board.
Yeah. Voltero is doing okay in his down stack. He's gonna need another eye.
Yeah, Kifty's near the bottom of her board, but actually it was cheese. Porter has clean, so I mean this garbage is actually quite good garbage for Porter,
Building
and
another
yeah,
quad, gets the triple instead. Oh yeah, going for the quad again. Gets it. And
2 minute
another quad from the
30.
garbage. Pretty good.
As I predicted, it's quite a long game because they got to mid game quite neutral, and they need to be able to find pressure
Ooh,
to
another
close the
quad.
game out.
And another quad from Voltero. This is going to get really intense. And two quads from the garbage.
We're about to hit the 3 minute mark, which is, I believe, when Margin Time really kicks in.
Ooh.
And Kifty, yeah, sends an attack to take Bolter out.
All right. Going for a 9-0 here for Kifty's going for a 9-0. A DT cannon for Voltero. That's insane. Kifty is playing pretty high, but with a series of tucks, it solves it. Needs an L or a J, gets both of them.
A double quad from Polter.
This is getting really intense. Gets a triple, uses the saved eyepiece.
Yeah, Polter gets a pretty nice overhang there.
Ooh, and a combo 7, 8, 9, and that eliminates Kifty with a 2-point lead right here. Nine zero again for Kifty here, but ooh, and that's not gonna. The 4 wide is slightly faulty here. Ooh, Kifty with now a 3-point lead. Will I think? Let's hope Poldero can pull through. 9-0 for Kifty again. Pretty quick. Gets a quad. Another one. One of the best techniques to use, at least like early in Tetrio, is to maintain your back to back. If you can maintain that, it's very strong.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Kifty actually gets back times 4, which builds Surge. So when Kifty did a clear that wasn't a quad or a spin,
Ooh.
um, it sent some bonus attack to Polter.
Or it could
But
help defend against a huge spike.
yeah. But Porter ended up winning that one. I think the downside to committing too much to back as a lower ranked player is that it might mean that you delay down stacking for too long.
And that might
Uh,
cause you to drop out. Yeah.
yes, which is basically what happened to Kifty there. If Kifty had down stacked earlier, well, they wouldn't have died at that point. It's definitely a mistake I make.
Double quad here, and Potero unfortunately not able to hold open the well, and that would be it for Kifty. All right.
Okay, so that is going to be it from me and S57.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for commentating with me, S57. You're very good at commentary. I hope you'll commentate again.
Yeah. You too. I hope that you may commentate many, many matches in the future.